Hey guys, it's Marley from Kale and Crunches. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have my amazing chiropractor, Dr. Aaliyah, with me. She has helped me through so many injuries that you guys have seen that I've been going through this past year. So today we're going to talk about the most common injuries from working out, whether you can still do group classes if you want to work out, and some exercises to prevent injury, some modifications when you are injured, and talk about all that good stuff.
So hi everyone, I'm Dr. Aaliyah. As Marley mentioned, I am her chiropractor, and one of the most common injuries, as you know, is a wrist pain. And wrist pain is so one of the most common things individuals suffer from on a regular basis, and one of the most common things that people just don't know what to do with. For Marley's condition, she had wrist pain. It was primarily due to overuse.
Yes.
Right?
Definitely.
So you were doing spin classes.
Yeah, I was doing spin classes, group classes, and it wasn't an impact injury. Nothing actually happened. Just over time, I could feel a lot of pain.
You can catch wrist pain earlier on. It's much better. Now, for everybody who has just overuse, we call that repetitive strain injury. And why it happens is you have a little bit of an achy tissue. There's been some stress to the ligaments or the muscles, and then you don't let it heal. And this inflammation that occurs from the overstress of these tissues, it builds and builds, and it's the inflammation that causes the pain. Let's talk about how to fix it.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, the first thing you want to do to fix your wrist or start healing it is ice it. Ice it like it's your job. You want to ice it so that you're putting the ice pack right on your wrist, and you're keeping it there for, they say about 10 minutes. I encourage you to do 20 minutes of just continually icing it. That will decrease the inflammation in the joint. The other thing is rest it. And I know that's impossible. So when you start to experience wrist pain like this, you're icing it and you're resting it, which then leads to a break. Those tissues now aren't overstressed. There's not a lot of repetitive motion, and they will heal quite quickly if you catch it early. The next thing we want to do is we want to start moving it. So when it starts to feel comfortable after you've iced it, after you've rested it, and you can do some motion, we want to do, the first thing is we want to do range of motion. You're going to just move your wrist in one way, yep, and then the other way. So you're basically just creating range of motion in your wrist. So the second thing we want to do is we want to statically stretch your wrist. So we're just stretching it. So common things you can see people doing is they're just stretching it this way, right? And then flipping it over and stretching it that way. Perfect. But what we can do is add a little bit more stretch by getting our whole body into it. So you can take your hand and place it on a stable surface, and then bring your body back. That'll stretch the palm side of your wrist here. Yeah, and get your whole body into it. And then you can actually turn your wrist so that the palms face up, and then you can bring it back again. After we do that, what we want to do is start actually increasing the range of motion in our shoulders as well. What I like to do for the wrist and the shoulder is you're going to take your hand out to the side like this. You're going to put your palms down, bend your fingers down, and then bend your palms to the back. And you'll actually feel, if you bring your chest up, you'll actually feel that stretch all the way through and then all the way down here. So that's one great stretch for that shoulder. And then I'm going to encourage you to do some prayer stretching. And that doesn't mean going to the church. It actually is, you're going to take your hands in front of you, yep, palms together, and you're going to bring your palms down, stop here, and then take your fingers and point it out. All right, guys, so we did some stretching for our wrist. Now we're gonna work on strengthening, which is a key piece. So a lot of people don't realize after they stretch, we really need to start working and really strengthening the muscles that we've kind of babied for a long time, right? So we wanna get those stronger so that this doesn't happen again. So Marley's favorite thing to do is working on her grip strengthening. So this is like a piece of putty. You can use Play-Doh, you can use a stress ball, and what we're doing is we're just squeezing and churning the putty or the Play-Doh over in our our hands, and we're just kind of grip strengthening. So I'll let you play with that.
So I love doing this while I'm watching TV because then instead of eating chips, I'm doing this.
All right, so while you finish that, Marley, I'll show you the next strengthening exercise. So this is a great one to do because everyone's got a towel lying around. And so you're gonna take a towel and this is called towel wringing. So you're going to just wring the towel.
So when we get to strengthening, should we still be stretching first?
Absolutely. So if you follow the way we've kind of designed this video, that would work quite well.
Perfect.
Yeah, so don't forget about the stretching. So we're not playing tennis. What we're doing is, one of the things we like to do also with wrists is we like to kind of do small movements. And those really, really tiny small movements are gonna help kind of build strength, because we forget, we use the big movements, we really do a lot of wrist strengthening for the bigger muscles. We wanna also start engaging the smaller muscles. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your racket and you're gonna put your tennis ball or ball side, and you're gonna take the ball and you're going to try to keep it rolling around the edges of the racket. And so you gotta really keep it stable, and you use just small little wrist motions to do that. So let's see how Marley goes.
Okay. All right, thank you so much, Leah. That was so helpful. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to leave us a comment or message us, and we will make sure to film another one and get back to all of your questions.